So once you have the basic skill, then you can apply this to
many different, yeah.
Certainly every single Willie Nelson song. Sometimes there's like a little hook that you play, and then you go back to playing this style. So this is very, very useful. And the basic concept, rhythmically, bass, chord, bass, chord, bass, chord, bass, chord, right? In this tune and most country tunes, it's going to be triads. So you know all your triads. You play them in one of the inversions. So when you're creating an arrangement, I would highly recommend that you sit and you should take this tune that we just did and create your own arrangement.
Choose inversions.
Yeah, think about it. I just threw that together really quick, but you can think about it. So this song is in E major, right? So first chord is E major. You could play root position, first inversion, second inversion. Doesn't matter. You can play it up here if you want, depending on what you're trying to accomplish sonically. And that goes for all of the chords. I picked these inversions pretty much at random.
Okay.
The bass line, the standard thing to do is play the root and then the fifth. So in E major, you have E, G sharp, and B. E is the root, B is the fifth. So either you're going to the fifth down there or the fifth up here. Or you can play it down there. Again, it's whatever you're trying to accomplish. In this tune, if you listen to the piano closely, she's all over the place. Sometimes she's playing octaves even. You know, she's going. Sometimes like this. Depends on what you feel like doing. Sometimes for emphasis, at certain points, you gotta hit them a little harder. So to go through, that's level 1 was root fifth. And you just go through your chord progression. Root fifth. The second level is this is all with the bass. The right hand's just rhythm. The bass, you're going to create connecting melodies, sort of counter melodies, I guess, using scale tones. So again, we're in E major. You got to know your E major scale, and then you have to know from E to B. If you were going to go down there, you got to get. I mean, the first note of the measure is always the root, whatever it is, and then you've got 3 other beats to get to the next note. So if you're going down, you can go. If I go 1, 2, 3, I get there too early on beat 4 when I need to get to B on beat 1, so I'll repeat the E, which happens all the time. Or if I'm going up to this B up here, oh look, there's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's frequently why you need to repeat is if you're going down as opposed to up.
It's all about how many notes are in between. So then this is a 1, 4, 5, this progression. So if we look at A, which is our 4 chord, between E and A, there are 3 notes, so you can go.
Depends.
But going up to A, you're going to want to repeat that note.
So,
Depends on what you're doing.
It's not direction, it's...
case by case, man.
Okay,
you got to check it out.
Yep.
Because sometimes you got to get up to that note, and sometimes you don't feel like going up to that note. Sometimes you want to go down. So, and then obviously from the other direction, B to E, or from A to E. Always, 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 though, if it sounds stupid, don't do it. Figure out another way. These are just tools to help us come up with some options. Right. So I have this option, this option, this option. This one sounds hokey.
Right.
It's gone. This one sounds okay. This one sounds great. That's what we're going for.
Okay.
And then the third option would be to add some chromatic notes. And that is completely just use your ear. But there are in notes, which are in the scale, and then there are out notes. There's 5 out notes, always. So in the case of E major is F, G, B flat, C, and D are not in the scale.
Interesting.
But that doesn't mean you can't use them. They're there on the keyboard. You might as well use them. Especially between A and B. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going. Right? But also the trickier one, the example we were doing before, is going from B to E. If I'm going 1, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 Bs. Or I can use this D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's totally fine. If I'm going, you hear that all the time. For some reason, the C is not going to be as common if you're going to go. No, actually it is. No, never mind. I'm gonna eat my words right there. That sounds great. But it's subtly different than this. So that time I used D instead of C. But that's one of those things. Like for me, this is a new day for me. Normally, for my whole life I would just go to the D, but I really like this. Because it's weird. I don't know. It pulls me that way. So those are the 3.
Well, thank you. That's great.